Okay, here is today's tutorial on how to draw a vortex. We have three different kinds of vortexes, or vortices actually, that's how you would say vortex plural, that you can choose to draw. And a vortex is something that flows around in a circular motion. Two of our vortex, we have a kind of tornado shaped vortex, we have a curly vortex, and we've got the black hole vortex, or kind of like a whirlpool vortex. And they can be seen in nature all over the place. So let's head on over to my camera so you can see how to go about drawing this. All right, so here I am on my drawing paper. We're going to start out with our first vortex, which is this one that kind of looks a little bit like a tornado. And that simply starts out with kind of like an hourglass shape. All right, so I've drawn my hourglass shape. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make some U shapes going up the side of this tornado shape. Now, when I get to the middle, they're not all going to stay the same direction. Notice how I'm turning those U shapes into kind of like an upside down frown. All right, so we go kind of like a smiley shape, and then when we get to the middle, we're kind of straight across. And then they kind of make a frown shape as they go up the vortex. Now, to give it that swirly pattern as it goes around, you're just going to go around and then connect. And then I'm going to go around and then connect. And then I'm going around and then I'm going to connect. Keep on going. Keep on going. Making those nice swirly outward shaped patterns so that they go all the way to the edge of my paper. And then the ones at the bottom can swirl down. And of course, I've kind of run out of lines, so I am just going to kind of pretend that there are some extra lines down the bottom. I can even extend my little hourglass shape down a little further. There we go. And then I can start shading this up. Now notice when we do our vortex, it's going to be a bit darker on the edges. So I'm going to use my pencil to darken up on the sides. And then as I get towards the middle, it's going to get much, much lighter. And of course, you can use that fancy shading tool to blend it all together. I can use my eraser to erase away so it looks highlighted in the middle. So what that would look like on my vortex that I'm drawing here that I haven't started shading yet. I'm going to go ahead and shade the sides. Start to get a little lighter. And then, of course, I can use that shading tool to go ahead and blend it on up. And that's how to do the very first tornado style vortex. I'm going to pause right here. You would do your whole thing, including the background, to give it that nice, cool 3D illusion. And you might have seen this particular one on social media because sometimes it does a cool, interesting optical illusion where if you stare at it long enough, that center part does start to shift. So let me pause here and I will show you the next two on a separate video.